hear the contributions of why I'm successful, a lot of it would go towards Soda. Because to be fair, while there were a lot of people who helped, he helped numbers-wise and relevancy-wise. Because, don't tell him I said this, please. Back in GTA days, he hosted me. Biggest host I had ever experienced in my life. And then he did an offline host. And then he hosted again, like a week later. I went from somebody who had normally around 100 views to like, it never went below 2,000 or 1,000. It was always 1,000 to 3,000 after that. It was literally overnight. This is a very, very rare case. Twitch is very, 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 very hard to grow on, you know? You could have all the hosts in the world, but if you can't carry your own stream, it's going to slip through your fingers. Additionally, I had so much exposure from other big streamers, you know? Thank you, Big Fat Niece, for subscribing. And yeah, he brought the audience, but you kept them there. But the thing is, like, you always have to constantly optimize. You have to constantly optimize. You cannot become complacent. And sometimes I have become too stagnant, or I've become too lazy. Because why? When you make a certain amount of money and you get away with doing it, it's easy to get lazy and make that money. Subscribing. Like if we think about me on GTA in the year 2020, right? Remember right before I left and I went over to VR and I started playing other games. I started becoming the variety gamer. I realized I was getting lazy, which is on me. I realized I could no longer optimize or find a way that I enjoyed role-playing. Okay? Thank you, Matt, for subscribing. To the point in which I was just sitting in the car with Chang Gang and they were carrying my content. And every now and then I would pop in a joke and I would add humor and they would enjoy having me around that. Yeah, but ultimately, I was not contributing anything on the server. I was literally just taking up a slot. And I remember thinking, wow, I've become very lazy. And I'm sitting there at like 6,000 subs, being lazy. And chat, I could have kept doing that. I literally could have kept doing that. But the thing is, dude, I couldn't stand it. And I was a little miserable. So when I left RP, you know, variety gaming is very hard mode. Like, you have to think about the memes of Chance. They're like, oh shit, Chance isn't as huge as the other streamers. But Chance literally does what he wants to do all the fucking time. And he manages to make a fuck ton of money while doing it. That's the dream. Thank you, Beers for 48. He doesn't do anything he doesn't want to. He doesn't have to bend over for anybody. Except for me, bitch. Just kidding. I love it when streamers do what they want to. And that's what inspires me. And it's hard to always convince yourself to do that. And it's difficult to find success doing that. Because sometimes what you want to do isn't always successful. And that's frustrating. People were subscribing for 26 months. And it's easy to get stubborn because if you play a certain game or you leave a main game, you know, your sub count goes down. Your view count goes down. And you're surrounded by other people who are doing better. And, you know, it's hard not to compare yourself to that, especially when you leave a main game where all the other people are continuing to succeed in it, right? Like if I think of GTA RP, look at where the rest of CG is now. Fucking smashing ass. And they deserve it because they grind so many hours. And I have a lot of respect for Anybody that can play a game that much and be like fucking down with it. Absolutely deserved. And I don't deserve that amount of success.
Executional for resubscribing months.
That amount of NoPixel success because I couldn't optimize. You know? I was failing to. I would be successful on it if I did it right, and I didn't. But with that said, I decided to sacrifice that and try and do hard. And I fucked your mom. She gave me a lot of money. That's what it is.